Studio A in sunny Florida, welcome to Beauty and the Beach Radio, where it's all about who's beautifying Vero Beach. Today's show is brought to you by Dale Sorensen Real Estate. And here's your host and glamour girl, makeup artist, Cindy Goetz.
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. I'm Cindy Goetz, your host. So glad you've tuned us in, and I'm so excited to talk to you today about an event that's going to happen here real quickly in our community. But you guys, I want to just share something very startling, and it really kind of takes your breath away. Every single day, you guys, listen to this. Every single day, I did not know this, 22 veterans take their own lives. All right? That's 22 suicides a day, a suicide every 65 minutes. So basically a suicide every hour. You guys, that is horrific. Horrific. It gives me chills just even saying it right now. And I don't mean to alarm you, but that is what's going on right now. And our guest today is really doing everything that she can to help support our veterans, help support our military, so those statistics can come down, you guys. They need to come down because they took care of us. We need to take care of them. Our guest is the founder and president of American Gold Star Mothers of Indian River County, and you guys, president of American Gold Star Mothers of Florida and Puerto Rico. She is mom to beloved son, U.S. Army Corporal Dale J. Cridlow. Now, for those of you that are not familiar with the American Gold Star Mothers, this is a nonprofit community, a charity organization of mothers whose children or child died while in service or died as a result of the service or still missing in action. Gold Star Mothers honor service members and military families in need, keeping their sons and daughters, you guys, keeping their memories alive by serving the military community. And boy, does she ever serve our community. She was going down the list of meetings before we went on air, and she's kind of been on a marathon for the last, couple of days when it comes to meetings. But she loves what she does, and, Dale's with her every step of the way, her son that passed away serving our country. So I know that's what fuels her fire. Please welcome back my new favorite Beauty and the Beach radio guest, Michelle Dale. Hey, Michelle, how are you today?
I am fine. How are you?
You get to sit down.
I know, it's wonderful.
So you get a little bit of a break today.
Yes.
I hate to wake everybody up with a statistic, but it's alarming. Basically, a suicide an hour with our veterans. It is absolutely horrible. It should not happen. You created an event. This will be the 4th annual. It is a WalkAthon. Tell us about that first time, because we talked about it a little bit the last time you were here with me on the radio. Take me back to that very first walkathon you did. Why did you do it? And moving forward, why is it so important?
Our first walkathon was in 2019, and the way I got involved with it came from a letter from our president, which is always in the American Gold Star Mother magazine. And her last paragraph, the month I happened to look at this magazine, was if you're a new chapter and you want to do something for our veterans, have a walkathon for military veteran suicide awareness. We were a new chapter. We were chartered on February 19th, 2019. And I thought, what a great idea, not having any idea how much work it would be, all it entailed, everything that happens in America because of suicide on our veterans. The one death of a veteran a day is tragedy. 22 is unacceptable. And that's what's happening with our active duty and our veterans. They're dying by suicide, 22 a day. And so we started. We started from grassroots.
No one else was doing anything like this at the time in the community.
Not at all. There was some talk about the suicides, but nothing was being done. And Kim Palazzolo, she's the wife of a next-generation veteran. She was on my team. We had another military prayer mom who was on the team, and a Gold Star father helping us, and then another Gold Star mother. And so we decided to do this, and we joined up with Dogs for Life and Next Generation Veterans, and then Mental Health Association came along. And we did what we could. We all met, we talked about it, and we didn't have a place because it was late to get plans started. So we ended up at Walking Tree Brewery the first year because we didn't know where else to go. And they do a lot of fundraising for veterans, so we thought it would be fine. And that's where our first walkathon was. It was good. We still did what we did. We organized a 2.2-mile walk, and we do 2.2 because of the 22 a day who die by suicide.
I did not know that.
Yeah,
that's brilliant, and that's so powerful.
Yeah, and that year, with not knowing what we were doing, we still were able to raise $30,000 to donate to some to Dogs for Life, some to Next Gen, and some to Mental Health Association.
Your first year?
Our first year, yeah. Yeah, it was pretty amazing. We were really astounded by that fact because it was seriously seat of our pants, just not knowing how it was going to come out, what we were doing, the chaos at the registration table, and things like that. Who was in, who was out, but we survived and we did it. And our group is still together. We are still, Kim is still with us. Vanessa from Marine Bank has joined us. And we have Amy Wagner from Mental Health Association. She has stayed with us. And myself and Diana D'Angelo, another Gold Star mom, jumps in with us. And second year was 2020. So we couldn't organize a walk because everybody was shut down. So we did it virtually. And what we did was we put out all our flyers, all our information. We had some people walk in their own neighborhood and they took pictures and sent them, and we put them online. We had like the American Legion and the Vero Beach Veterans Club. They organized their own group and they walked. And then actually the one group walked to the other one's lodge and they all got together and they took pictures. So we had all of that. And some just walked in their neighborhood. One gal actually rode her bike 22.2 miles throughout the month and donated that for the cause. And that year we were able to donate $42,000 to the cause. So it was just like...
My favorite button. Thanks, Cindy.
How did that happen? We don't know. It's just, it did. And I think it happens because there's such a need for it. And we can't lose 22 a day. And it's not just the younger veterans. It's the older veterans, too, who they can't cope. They had the battle within. And it just takes their mind to a different place, and they die by suicide. And having been doing this for the last 3 years, I learned so much more, because when I first started this, I started it from the point of view of a mother. I lost my son in Afghanistan. I knew he was shot. I knew he died. These moms have their babies come home, and they get to hug them, and they get to talk to them. And then you'll hear the stories of how they struggled. And then they lose them by suicide. Others come home and they go on to jobs in Pentagon and they think they're fine. But they didn't get over the battle within of all the men that they lost from their command. And years later, they die by suicide. And having lost my son, I can't even wrap my head around having him come home and then losing him like that. So I looked at it from that point of view, that we have to help. We have to help our mothers. We have to help our veterans. As I've been doing this the past 3 years, this is going to be our 4th year, I now talk to the veterans and I hear their story. I was at it was called the 42nd annual spring break for airborne. It was on the West Coast last April. And there was a command sergeant major, and that's pretty high up there. He did the speech and didn't know what his subject was, but when he started to talk and he started to give the point of view as high ranking and in the war, he related to when he lost his first one under his command.
Mm.
And then I lost another one under my command. And he continued, and the tears started to fall. And then he portrayed how he tried to remember them. I would get all the names together and say their name every night. Then it got too hard. I couldn't do that anymore. And then he expressed his own PTSD from the struggle. And it was just like, it just took your breath away. And it's out there, and you don't know who the person is. You could be with a group of veterans and not know one is troubled. But we have to try to help them however we can. And that's why what we're doing is so vital. This year, our walkathon, we have in our package, we have our flyer, we have our sponsor letter and the details and all. And we have included testimonials from some of our veterans who are attending our sessions. One of the testimonials is rather lengthy, and it's rather lengthy because he was extremely troubled, and he attended our sessions, which helped. He had the one-on-one, which we give them. He needed more than that. He had to go to another place where he could be alone and get the healing. He wrote his entire story. Basically, we saved his life, and that's what this is about. And I actually got to meet him last month, and he will be walking with his wife in our walkathon this year. And that's what this is all about. I mean, how could you not when you know that this is happening? Because they are there, they are talking with each other. And during our sessions, we have veteran facilitators. So they're not talking to a younger girl or a younger guy who has no idea what service is. They're talking to somebody who has served, and they're there to help them. Our female group that meets at Dogs for Life, we have a female veteran facilitator, and they get the help that they need. They need that one-on-one, we provide it. Once they exceed the limits at Dogs for Life, which we have worked in how we can afford to pay it, they pick them up at Mental Health Association, and we'll help them further. And then, as I said, we help this one person even further than that. And that's what we have to do.
So I want to make sure those that are listening, very clear, and I think you've been very clear, that the proceeds from this walk, which will now be the 4th annual, go to Dogs for Life, Next Generation of Veterans of Indian River County, and the Mental Health Association of Indian River County, all helping veterans get back on their feet mentally, maybe even physically. So that is a big deal. That's a really big deal.
It's a very big deal. And we've been working together right from the beginning, the groups that you had mentioned, and the Next Generation veterans collaborate with sessions. And Dogs for Life, there's 3 sessions there. And you wonder, why is it at Dogs for Life? Well, don't forget that at Dogs for Life, they train dogs for veterans. And PTSD is another source of, training for a dog. It's a safe place for them to go. They don't have to sign in with their social security number or be worried about any stigma attached to it. They go there, it's a safe place. The session at Mental Health Association is at what they call their drop-in center. And they just go there the same way, openly. They talk to a veteran facilitator. It's a little bit different atmosphere than at Dogs for Life, but it's still a safe place where they don't have to worry about somebody else looking at them or thinking that their stories are not what they should be, because they're all there. They're all hurting in one way or another.
Speaking of safe space, you are that safe space, Michelle, for so many in this community. What do you you said there's testimonies in this flyer, but what are you hearing from the veterans? What are they telling you? Are they thanking you? Are they, I was this close from taking my life? Like, what are they telling you?
They don't share that kind of stuff with me, but I know by some who have attended the sessions I have a relationship with them now on different levels than I had before. Some of them are my friends on Facebook. Some of them who attend call me mom. And I love that. And almost all the next gen call me mom. Some of them I get a little bit questioning because they're a little bit older for me to be their mom, but I let them get away with it.
It's funny you're saying that, because that's what was going through my head, that you are this mother figure, and no matter what age, it's just that, and you get it. And I know you didn't want to get it. You lost your son to be able to get this, but you now have empathy for this amazing group of people that serve our country. You get it. You know the torture, the pain. You also know the glory, of being able to serve the country and be proud of that as well. So there's a lot going on there that you can associate yourself with.
It warms my heart when especially some of the older guys will come up and say, thank you for everything that you're doing. And it's like, they give me a hug and it's like, thank you. I mean, I just don't know. My husband will say to me, he says, who's going to do this when you can't do this anymore? And I go, I'll just keep on doing it. Or I'll tell him you have to do it. And he goes, you should start training somebody to figure out what you do. And I said, I wouldn't know where to begin, because it's just something that it's in my heart now. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's in my heart and I just do it. Yeah. Sometimes I get frustrated, I get tired, but it's in my heart. I have to do it. And
if I may share a neat little part of the story, if we could go back even before your first annual, I want people to understand your heart, Michelle. You wanted so much to be able to give back. You couldn't quite piece it together yet. And you were going to fund a school. Can we share that really fast?
Sure.
Is that okay?
Sure. I have 2 granddaughters. As a matter of fact, today they are 21.
Oh, happy birthday, the twins. Happy birthday.
They are my son Dale's daughters. And when Dale was killed, they were 9 years old. And there was information. I read a book. I really cannot remember the name of it. I should remember that. But this gentleman was raising money to build schools in Afghanistan for young girls who don't get much of an education, and they got even less way back then. And you needed $50,000 to build a school. I was going to build one in honor of Dale, thinking it's a school for girls. He has 2 daughters. This would be something that would be great for him. I not only had my ex-husband's family not like that idea, but I pursued it anyhow because I totally believed in it. But I was like that close to get really public with seeking the funds. And there was an expose on this man on 60 Minutes saying that he was not using the money the way he was supposed to. That threw me into such a depression, almost worse than I found out when Dale was killed. And yeah, that was a tough one. I had to call everybody who had already donated, give them their money back, call that school and just say, get my son's name off this. I don't want anything near it. And yeah, that was a tough one. Yeah.
Well, I love how life takes us on journeys, and it took you to the WalkAthon. It pushed you in the direction that you needed to be, and wow, it's really soared. And so, we're thankful for unanswered prayers sometimes, and look at you now. So we're so appreciative of what you're doing and the direction that you took. So
thank you.
You guys, we need to go to station break. We're talking about the 4th annual WalkAthon to benefit military and veterans, Sunday, November 6th. Stay with us. We will be right back.
Yes.
Sunshine Furniture brightens up your day.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats, and chairs, including lots of slipcover styles from Universal, Four Seasons, and Capri. We also have a gallery of Tommy Bahama and Lexington with styles designed for a relaxed approach to the finer things in life. We're having a fall sale with lots of great markdowns, including all pictures, lamps, and accessories half price. Sunshine Furniture, $1295 US 1 in Vero Beach next to Planet Fitness. Family owned and operated since 1991. Don't forget to visit our outlet and closeout store directly across the street and visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Have a sunshine day.
Who's got time to clean? When you need it clean, call Germ Wizards LLC. Using the most up-to-date equipment, Germ Wizards pays strict attention to detail. They make dust disappear. Whether you need your office to sparkle, your home to shine, or you want to give someone a great gift, hire the Germ Wizards. It's easy to get a quote online. There's even an online portal to discuss details directly with your cleaning professional. Visit GermWizardsLLC.com. Make dust disappear with Germ Wizards.
It's Bluegrass Night every Thursday at Marsh Landing Restaurant. Enjoy our famous swamp water with down-home favorites like frog legs, fried chicken, and peanut butter pie. The music starts at 6:30 every Thursday. Call for reservations. Bluegrass Night at Marsh Landing in Fellsmere.
You bathe in it. Your kids drink it. You even wash your family's strawberries in it. Your water needs to be pure. Let Affordable Water give you a free quote to make sure you're getting the best water possible.
Affordable water. Cindy Goetz, she totally gets it.
Oh my gosh, did you see my prom makeup? She so gets it.
Dude, did you see her before and after makeup on Instagram? That makeup girl gets it.
My wedding makeup was so amazing, and my makeup artist, she totally gets it.
My senior photo makeup rocked. She gets it.
You should see her new Facebook profile. Her makeup artist really gets her.
My eye makeup is so on fleek. Thanks, Cindy Goetz.
Cindy Goetz Makeup Artist, 772-633-4030.
She gets it!
Hey guys, welcome back to Beauty and the Beach Radio. I'm Cindy Goetz, your host. You guys, we want to thank Dale Sorensen Real Estate for always making sure we get on the air, making sure that we are promoting those that are beautifying Vero Beach. Of course, today with Michelle Dale and everything she's doing for our veterans. You guys, if you're buying or selling a home, you can find, they have over 200 agents and 12 locations right here in Florida. You can find them at 772-231-4712. You can also find them at SorensenRealEstate.com. Thank you, Dale Sorensen. Also, we want to thank Varietals and More for always taking care of our beverages for our guests. And I told them we're talking about a walkathon. And so Rob and Michelle at Varietals came up with a blend, a red blend from Camus, and it's called the Walking Fool. So, you know, it is, you know, we are going to be walking on November 6th. We're not fools, but we are walking November 6th, and you're a fool not to support Michelle. How's that? You are just crazy not to support her. So Walking Fool, it is a red blend. It is from Camus. Go to Varietals and More and check it out. You guys, we only have about a minute left. I want to make sure you understand this is coming up. I want you there. I want you supporting our veterans. Michelle Dale, let's make this bigger and better than ever. It's a 2.2 mile walk, and it is, again, Sunday, November 6th. Registration is at 9 a.m. Walk is at 10. You're going to walk through the Veterans Memorial Island Sanctuary. Is that correct?
Yes.
Which is absolutely beautiful. You can register at www.irc for Indian River County goldstarmoms.org. Correct?
Right.
$35 for the per person to register, $40 day of, but please come. Let's see, she's got to have coffee and donuts. Anybody that has donuts is like, that is just worth it right there. I don't need health food. Give me donuts. DJ raffles, 50/50 t-shirts. She's going to be ordering those soon, so make sure you register. With all that said, Michelle, what do you want people to know other than get there and support it?
Get there and support us. Contact me any way you want. My telephone number's on the flyer. Call me. If you can't get to a computer, call me. I'll meet you, and we'll get you registered.
All right. Did you hear that, you guys? So if you're listening on the radio and you're like, well, I'm not going to be able to get online, guys, Michelle will make sure that that happens. You just call her up, 570-885-2811, and she will make sure that you are able to walk so that we have less and less people taking their lives. So we love you, veterans. Have a great walk. Michelle, thank you for always doing such a great job beautifying Vero Beach.
Thank you for having me.
All right.